Live.
We are live. Hello. We're live. Let me put do not disturb so that because you do not want to miss a second, an absolute second of today. So, hey, thanks for tuning in to what is it?
A week in review.
A week in review with Jaime and
Sara.
Don't go anywhere. Well, it's been a very exciting morning.
It sure has.
My name is Jaime and
Sara.
That's Sara. And this is a special edition of Live with Bottleneck called A Week in a Review with Jaime and Sara. And our topic for today is I'm still in beta. So a special edition of Live with Bottleneck, Jaime and Sara. I'm still in beta.
See, I am still in beta. We've been in beta for a while.
We've been in beta. I think we're ongoing beta. So if you're not familiar with this special edition of Live with Bottleneck, every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, Sara and I hop on here and we talk about our business, Bottleneck Distant Assistants, where we help stop the bottleneck in your business. And we talk about the challenges that we've had, the successes that we've had. We talk about what happened this week, what's happening next week, and we give a couple shout outs, but we always start the episode off or the show off with a topic, some kind of a genre or some underlying tone that we hope to carry forward as a little bit of a reminder or feedback. So if you have any questions, comments at any time, please let us know, because our goal is hopefully we can help you stop the bottleneck in your business with some of the challenges we're experiencing that may help you out, or if you may recognize one of the problems or challenges we're currently experiencing and see that and been able to overcome that, maybe you can share that with us as well. So if you're on wherever you're from, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, please give us a shout out, say hello in the comment section there. We'd love to respond and reciprocate there. So this week, we're still in beta.
We are in beta.
We're still in beta. And basically what that means, what is I'm still in beta mean to you?
It's not final. We're still working. We're still a work in progress. Business is dynamic. Our business, we could probably say we're in beta constantly. Everything is always in beta, but we've really slowed down so that we can speed up. And we have really slowed down.
We have really slowed down.
We have. And you know what's amazing? We've slowed down, but still we're onboarding clients. We even told Glenda, don't sell. And she can't help it. She just talks to people. She just has conversations with people and they're like, well, yeah, I need that.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
We should actually bring her on one of these mornings.
Yep, we should.
You have to meet Glenda. She's fun. She's a good time. But yeah, so I'm still in beta for me means it's a continual process of learning, growing, testing, challenging, fixing, moving on, things like that, scaling. This is all I'm still in beta. And the second we believe that we are not in a beta, that we've achieved clarity and we've achieved all of our goals, is the second we achieve, in my opinion, failure. And there's something to be said to once you achieve something, a certain amount of success may be there, but be very careful about resting on your laurels. It's very dangerous. And that's one of the reasons I have a hard time believing in actual goals, because you work so hard for a goal, no matter if it's buying a house or doing whatever, and you hit that goal. Well, now what?
Kind of like retirement.
Kind of like retirement.
How
A
many
lot of
people-
people think, oh my gosh, retirement. And then they get stir crazy.
Yeah, they get the retirement. They're like, I think I need a part-time job. I need to go back to work.
Do something. So always be in beta. Set up objectives, not goals. And if you want to call them goals, that's fine. I don't personally, because I have such a hard time with that. But I have a vision, an aspiration. I aspire to achieve something, and I get there by daily objectives, which is our mission. So hopefully that helps you understand a little bit about the difference between goals, clarity, direction, objectives, stuff like that. So do you want to talk about what happened this past week? Or
Okay, so for me, it's been all
don't
about.
we have to do the?
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I just love that. Thank you, Mom. So we've really looked at and revisited our systems and processes. Like I will tell you that they have changed. Probably sales to the handoff to the success manager to recruitment to HR has changed. How many times do you think it's changed in the past week?
Well, twice.
Yep.
I mean, once changed it the way that, and then the second time changing it back.
Yeah.
So twice, yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty amazing and it's eye-opening. And you know what the cool thing about it is? We're finding everybody's strengths. And everybody has weaknesses, but we don't focus on that. We focus on the strengths, and we want people to be in the area where they're super strong.
Well, I would say, yeah, I think it's fair to say we focus on the weaknesses, because if we didn't, we would make the mistake of putting somebody in a position of weakness. So
Right, but yes,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah. I'm telling you this.
I don't agree with him, but okay.
So
No, I'm kidding.
You better agree with me.
I know. See, he punched me last night.
Oh, shush.
No, I hit my.
Yeah. So one of the things that happened this week, besides all this back and forth, I think that's something worthwhile to be mentioned is we had one client in particular, fantastic fella, awesome client, that wanted to be onboarded in a little bit different way than what our process is. Did we do it? Yes. Did we do it reluctantly? Yes. And the reason why we did it is because this person is so freaking cool. But my biggest challenge right there was, should we change our process and do all of these one-offs? Because you start getting in the habit of, it's good for him, it might be good for her, it might be good for them. And all of a sudden we have all these different things again. And now all of a sudden we find ourselves in a preventable scaling situation. And that's the reason that we're moving to subscriptions and onboarding a process and an actual process. If you go and buy software right now, there's a process to it. You go to the page, you purchase the software program, you get the software. If you want to cancel, you cancel. If there's like HubSpot, they don't let you cancel for 12 months, just FYI. If you go to HubSpot and not that we want to cancel, but just being locked in is kind of scary, right? But there's a method to the madness, right? Well, when we start doing these one-offs, one of the things that we are one of our aspirations is we want to make a big company stay small. And what that means is customer service, customer experience. Hey, call us. We'll be happy to talk to you. Chat us. We'll be happy to chat. Whatever's the best for you. We want to make this a small business experience because of the interpersonal relationships that we want to continue to have. But we have to figure out how we draw a line somewhere. So that was one of my biggest challenges. Should we do this? And I went into Sarah, and I don't get the payroll stuff. She's way above my head on this stuff. And I said, okay, I don't understand what's going on here. This is when she goes, no problem. This is what we're going to do. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I mean, that was pretty much what you said, right? Yeah,
because what it means is I've got to keep tabs on that on a monthly basis instead of getting a notification that like
Automatic.
that a payment was declined.
Hmm.
You know, that happens a lot. People, their
Not
debit
a
card,
lot.
well, their debit cards get compromised and they change debit cards and then they forget, you know, it's hard. Our debit cards or credit cards are connected to everything nowadays.
Yep.
Because it's all virtual and online. So it'll, you know, a little bit of extra effort, but, you know, super nice guy. And I know that this is going to be a super positive experience for him. And for me, I want business people to succeed. In fact, we have another client that had some difficulties in paying for his subscription. And, you know, man, and he's a great guy. And I know that he is struggling a little bit right now with his business. And that, you know, I'm not going to say, sorry, bye, because I know this DA is instrumental in helping him grow his business. You know, and Jamie said, it's your call, Sarah. And I did. And I was like, dude, it's cool. Just communicate with me. Let's get through this. Let's get you through the rough spot. And you know what? You're going to come out better on the other end.
Yep.
And that's what it's all about. It's helping people. It's, of course, we're in this to make money. We've got to pay our bills too, but it's also about, we want business owners to succeed.
Yeah. And I wouldn't necessarily say we're in this to make money per se, but there's two things that we're looking for. To be financially successful, what that means to us and our team, and also to be culturally successful. And that culture has a bigger, I think, a bigger part in the puzzle, a bigger piece to the puzzle. It's that cultural fit, because we're extending our culture to our clients in much the same way our clients are choosing us because of our cultural beliefs. So business culture wise, right? So I think that's a big part of it. And that's something I'm glad you brought that up, because this is really important. Of course, we need to earn an income. The world has to go around, and that's usually because paying for services, exchanging of money for something of value. It's just part of life that we have to live. But why not exchange money for value with someone that shares a very similar belief system or core values?
Yep.
In our case, we're capitalists. We want to see other business owners succeed, because we believe small business entrepreneurs, these are the people that if we can help them build a better business, guess what they're going to be doing? They're going to be spending more money in their local economy. They're going to be giving to charities. They're going to be, you know, hiring more teams and creating more jobs and more wealth for more people. So we call this the ripple effect. So yeah, we're big believers in that. So I'll get off my soapbox there, but yeah, that's a pretty big deal. So thanks for bringing that up. Anything else this past week?
Yeah. So we've been looking into like DISC assessments and personality assessments.
Yeah.
And I found one that would be a perfect fit. And I was so bummed because we had the call, we went through everything. They gave me a quote, you know, well, I think we can do it about this amount. Came back. Let me see. It was 6 times higher than the verbal quote. I was like, whoa, what happened here? And it really bummed me out. I'm not going to say the company, but it really bummed me out. I was like, that you just don't do things that way.
No.
And so I'm glad. So we're back with, I'm staying with the company that we have been with. And we found a way. I've worked with the recruitment team, and we found a way that we're going to make this work.
Yep. So we have a nice personality assessment that our clients can look at to identify personality traits. And that's been a ongoing challenge for us as well. But I'm glad you were able to bring that up, because that's a big piece to hiring the right person.
Oh, it's huge. And working with the recruitment team with Ems and Fiona, you know, and getting their feedback, and they're like, well, this can work. And I tell you, I just love how Ems is just, you know, she's kind of taken the reins on this, and she's like, okay, we can make this work. This is what I'm going to do, working with the back office. And it's really cool. And Rach had worked so hard to make the back office, it looks so good. And she put so much creative thought into it. And now we're just tweaking it a little bit to work with the other software we have, and that's part of we're still in beta.
Yep. One of the other things is we brought on a new designer to kind of support us this week because we had so much work going on. What with rolling out the new site, the new portals that we're launching, the training portals, my book being launched. There was a ton.
You wrote a book?
I did. I wrote a book. It's probably the best book in the whole world.
Universe. I'm going to call it Universe. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This guy's amazing.
It's the best book in the whole world. It's the best book in the whole world. It's the best book in the whole world.
Quit repeating yourself.
Oh, okay. So, but there was a lot of stuff going on. So we brought on an extra designer. And yesterday we interviewed for a new video editor position because our internal ISP programs, what is it?
Yeah.
Integrated service program. Sorry. I'm telling you, this is the second time I forgot something today. I forgot something talking with Dr. Marino earlier.
You did hit your head pretty hard last Friday.
I did.
Sunday.
So, oh my gosh. So we have an integrated services program, and that's where all of our DAs are trained specifically to do project management, where if you hire a personal assistant from us, they can help you with your administrative tasks, your email, your calendar management, all that kind of stuff, right? Doing reports, maybe following up on calls or whatever the case may be. But they're not necessarily experts in graphic design, web management services, or audio or video editing. But our team is. We have specific people for each of those roles. And so what our assistants are doing now is they're delegating these tasks on behalf of our client's request to our internal team of the integrated services program. And then they're managing that going back and forth, which is pretty neat because it's a big added value to it. The challenge is now so many people are liking it that they're taking advantage of this ISP service that we have, and we need more team members. So we're
taking advantage of it in a positive way, not in a negative way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're using it to its full advantage, which we love.
Yeah, we absolutely love it. A lot of people just didn't know how to do it before. So that's one of the processes that we're creating. By the way, October 15th, I guess we'll talk about that with what's coming up, but we have some other cool things coming up. But that was one of the big challenges this week.
Yeah, and you worked really hard with RJ. In fact, RJ's been with us how long?
Oh, yeah, 7 years, I think.
7 years. Heart of gold. Love this guy. He's just amazing. He had some health issues, and he's so dedicated and motivated to himself and to work. He didn't want to miss work, and he made sure he got himself in better shape so he wasn't sick, and so now he doesn't have to miss work, and then he just loves Jamie, and they work together so well. And
he
Jamie
loves everybody. He's a good guy.
And Jamie took his position and made him a project manager. And I remember you tried this back when he first started, when you were doing a lot of web developing. Mm-hmm. And there weren't the systems and processes in place. And now Jamie's worked so hard with RJ, and they spent so much time. And there's this awesome system and process now it's PM in Basecamp, and he's our project manager. Everything goes to him, and then he monitors it, and he decides who it goes to, who has the bandwidth to do A, B, C, or D. And it's really cool, and it's working really well. And it's really cool to see RJ take control.
And it's nice to see him energized.
Yeah. And he's like, he's this positive, he's just taking control. I love it.
Yeah. It is really neat. Cool. So that's something that happened this week too.
But it took a lot of work.
It did.
Slow down to speed up.
Systems and processes, just get ready, because it's a long-term project. Mm-hmm. You just have to be prepared. But this is my advice to anybody starting off on this, because it's very overwhelming to think of all the stuff you need to do. But break it down into bite-sized chunks, plan it out in 90 or 120 days, 180 days. Heck, take it out 6 months. Take it out a year, depending on the size of your company and how many processes you have or do not have in place. And just break it down month by month. And then what I like to do is I like to take my top 5 priority projects. Top 5. What are the top 5 priority projects that we have right now that lack systems, processes, or need attention. And then you take the smallest of those 5 and do that first. And then the next bigger, and the next bigger, and the next bigger. That way you can finish something pretty quick and you have a sense of accomplishment. And it creates a lot of energy for me, a lot of positive energy. So that's a good tip for you. And that's what we've been doing here at Bottleneck.
Yeah.
And that's what I write about in my book. That's
Hey,
what I write
if
about
anybody
in my book.
has an idea of how I can be more organized besides sticky notes and notebooks filled with notes, please help.
I think it's habit too, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and I got the book Atomic Habits and I started reading it, and then SOS.
Well, let's keep things going here and talk about what's coming up next week.
Hey, take it away, Jamie J.
Well, thank you very much, Sarah. So what's happening next week? We are doing tons of videos that we're going to be rolling out for our client onboarding portal and for our dedicated distant assistant training certification portal. And this is really exciting because this is a long time coming, a ton of work. Hats off to the entire team because everybody had a part in this. I thought it was fantastic. And if you can hear the dog barking, that just means the postman's here.
Poor postman. He's like, "Ooh."
Yeah, it's literally, that's a scary sight to see. But and every single person had a part in this to make this thing happen. And this is the culmination of probably about 2.5 years of collecting data and setting up systems and recreating systems and taking the challenges that we learned when we lost so much business over COVID and what we've done to grow and how we've needed to tweak things and how to make a better client onboarding experience and that whole journey and how we've kind of grown and morphed the onboarding and the recruiting side. And now we have a human resources director, Rachel, thank you very much, with Ems and Fiona leading the charge on recruiting, and then all the extra stuff and how all these little parts are moving and working together. And as we grow in our team, which we're growing pretty significantly, we start identifying so many different friction points. The culmination of all of those efforts are coming pretty soon. So October 15th. We're going to roll that out.
Yep. It's gonna be pretty darn exciting.
Yeah. So on the client side, you'll learn how to hire somebody. You'll learn what you need, the tools you need. You'll learn what's going to happen on the first day, what you can expect, everything you need to learn. And then on the distant assistant side, you're going to learn how to become a project manager, how to properly receive tasks, how to coach our clients on to be a better leader, all kinds of cool things like that. So it's a lot of work going on there.
Yep. At the DDATC, the Dedicated Distant Assistant Training Certification. Yep. And it's pretty cool. I get to do the final quiz because I'm like, that's too easy.
You got some videos you got to do too.
Yep, I do. I did a couple and then things have changed and I've got to go back and redo them.
Payroll, billing.
Yeah.
But this is our last change. We're going to launch it. This is what we've chosen to.
Yeah. Even if things change, I'll just change the videos on the fly.
Yep.
Not a big deal.
And that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
What else do you have coming up this week?
Let's see. I'm headed up to Minnesota to see my daughter. So I'm excited for that. And what else is coming up next week? Payroll. Payroll on fund. Payroll. It's getting so much easier now that
it is getting easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. There's a lot of planning involved in payroll. And I start about a week and a half in advance.
Good for you. Yeah. Well, next week I have a lot of good meetings. I'm really excited about that as well. And we're doing planning for launching a new division right about the first of the year. So I'm really excited about that. So I've been working with Dr. Loreno a lot on that, and that's been it's been eye-opening and fun. And yeah, getting and learning a lot from experts, not only from the business industry, but specifically from the dental industry and from, you know, the medical industry and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of learning. Still in beta for sure.
Yeah. In fact, let's see. Next week we should test the new application process for DAs.
Oh, next week.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So M's is getting that ready to go. But she's waiting on our internal team. They're doing ISP, and that's why we're having to hire more people, because she's like, I got one thing in the queue, and now this is in the queue, and so probably won't get it until next Wednesday, she said. So we'll test it, and I'm excited to see how that
You're
goes.
launching your Sportal.
Launching the Sportal.
The Sportal is coming next week.
Yep. So we don't have to send out credit card authorizations or ACH authorizations or invoices. We direct them to Bottleneck.Online. Right there, boom, take care of it. They have a whole account. Yeah, they can control it. I love it. Yeah,
it brings a whole.
Sherwin.
Yeah, thank you, Sherwin. It brings a whole new meaning to subscriptions, right? And if you've ever read the book Automatic Customer, if you haven't, go get that book. It's a really good book. But it's all about setting your business up with a subscription format that really helps you scale and provide the customer experience journey that you really want to. So it's been a big help. I'm stoked for you.
Yep, super excited, and it'll make things easier for Glenda and for Jovelyn and Raquel. So yeah, excited.
So one of the biggest things coming up next week that I've been working on, not biggest things, but in addition to all of this, is next week I'm launching my book, Quit Repeating Yourself. I've talked about it a million times, but next week is the official launch. I've been working in my private author circle, getting a lot of feedback and things like that for the, several months, 6, 7, 8 months probably. And now that the book is out and it's live, you can buy it anywhere, Amazon or Barnes & Noble, Bookshop, anywhere you want to go. I think it's Apple Books and Google Books. It's all over the place. It's really neat. Thanks to the New Degree Press, the publishing company, for helping me out with this. But you can go to quitrepeatingyourself.com to learn more about it. And there's, some more information on the book, and there's a challenge that we're going to be doing. But here's what's happening starting on Monday. And I wasn't really going to tell anybody this, and heck, no one watches this anyway. So I'll just say it here. But starting on Monday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm going to start marketing like crazy. We're going to be sharing some videos and some of the endorsements that we got from amazing people like Mike McAllowitz and Dory Clark and Morgan Wright and Dave Sanders. It goes on and on and on. Just a ton of good endorsements. Sarah Knox, if you've ever heard of her, just some amazing things. And so I'm going to be posting like crazy. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is a big surprise, because Wednesday is National Quit Repeating Yourself Day. And I even went so far as to submit Quit Repeating Yourself Day, National Quit Repeating Yourself Day, to the National Registry to try and get that an official national day, recognized
soon
day.
There will be Hallmark cards for it.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole goal of this, obviously, I wrote the book, Quit Repeating Yourself, but the whole goal is, I should say we wrote the book, and she should really have her name on the book. So written by Jaime and Sara. So the whole reason for Quit Repeating Yourself Day is because I want you to do something every day, every year, as a reminder, because we all get busy, but this is a subtle reminder that we hope to have every year, to where you'll do something today that will make it a little bit better than you were yesterday, meaning that you're going to do something. In this case, we're going to be rolling out how to create a workflow. And Jovelyn, our amazing Jovelyn, is going to show you. She created a little video and a course on it. It's just absolutely amazing. But the goal is to document something and do something as if it's the last time you're ever going to do it. Because you do something like that to help systemize your business, that's a mundane detail that doesn't give you a lot of energy that perhaps you can delegate to someone else. It's going to reduce your stress. It's going to reduce your anxiety, the amount of overwhelm, and ultimately burnout. And this is a big factor for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small business owners. It's a big factor for team leaders even, is they achieve burnout and they want to quit. They want to leave. They want to go somewhere else. And they, the last thing you want to do is wake up in the morning and go, oh, crap, I got to go do this. Quit repeating yourself. Stop doing the wrong things that bog you down, that create anxiety, and focus on doing your best work. That's what repeating yourself, the National Quit Repeating Yourself Day, is all about. So I'm stoked to roll that out on Wednesday. That's a big deal for us.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
It's a big deal for me. I mean, she supports me and all. So I guess it's time for shoutouts.
Oh, yep, let's do it.
Well, alrighty.
Okay. Who should shout out to?
Oh, you mean to go first?
I do.
Okay. So I have a special shout out. And my special shout out goes to Glenda Acevedo. I want to say thank you so much for having the foresight to see what we are all creating here together. Thank you for your continued support. Through thick and thin, you show up every day with a smile, and it's absolutely amazing how you lead by example through the way you act, the way you converse. You are steady as a rock, and that speaks volumes. So I just wanted to give you a big shout out and say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We are so blessed to have you on board with us, and really appreciate everything you do here at Bottleneck. So thank you, Glenda.
Yeah, thank you, Glenda, so much. My big shout out goes to the recruitment team and how hard they've been working behind the scenes. And I know that there was some overwhelm for Ems, and she handled it like a trooper. And she as well sees the end goal, and she knows that life is going to get easier once we get through this. And I think she was finishing up her videos yesterday. So that's a huge amount off her plate. The videos, let me tell you, the videos are, it's not just do a video. It's do a video. We have a template, put the information in, put your links in, put the content in, give instructions to the video editor. This is, if I have mistakes, it's a lot more involved, and it's very time consuming. So each video, and it's funny to hear them go, they're like, okay, take 63,
It's nice to see the passion.
Yeah, it really is. And so each video, I'm going to guess, takes preparation, figuring out what that video absolutely needs to say.
The slides.
The slides, just to get that to our video editor, Mike D, Magic Mike. Probably takes each video is at least, I would say, 3 or 4 hours of work minimum.
Yeah, a 2-minute video.
Yeah, if not more.
The planning,
plus
the writing of the script.
They have all their work that they have to do to keep the business going. Recruitment. They have to look at each candidate, match them to the right client. There's a lot that
slow
goes on.
down to speed up.
Mm-hmm. So thank you, Ems, and thank you, Fiona.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yes, and Rachel's, she's passing off the recruitment because she's just her strength is human resources. She is so good with the DAs, and
they love her.
Yes, and the way
she's like Mama Bear.
Yeah, she is.
She protects, very protective of of anybody in the Bottleneck family.
Yeah. So she's worked closely with the team as well to help them. This is what I've done. This is, she trained Ems in the beginning, then they trained Fiona, and now they're tweaking it, and there's been the handoff, and it's working pretty well. Rach is still there to support them. But anyway, that's my big shout out. I just thank you so much, team, from the bottom of my heart.
Way to go. Happy birthday, Raquel. It was her birthday on Wednesday. And I want to say congratulations to Raina. Last Saturday was her 3rd year anniversary with us. So we're super happy that everybody on the team, you mean so much to us. So yeah, a collective shout out to all of you. Thank you for all the support. Anything else?
No.
Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up here. If you would like to watch more like this, please go to YouTube and subscribe. You can go to YouTube by going to Bottleneck.Online/BTV to learn how you can break through the bottleneck in your business today. Subscribing will really help us out. We recently launched the channel. I think we're at 87 subscribers as of this morning. We really want to get to 100 so we can personalize our URL there on YouTube. But there's hundreds of videos there. And just like this, we interview some of the brightest minds in business today. We also have some goofy stuff coming up that and some goofy stuff that we've done. So it's just a lot of fun we have with Bottleneck. Of course, if you can go to quitrepeatingyourself.com and you can learn more about how you can get quit repeating yourselves and how today's leaders are using systems and processes to grow their business the right way. If for some reason you missed last episode, I had a wonderful conversation with Tabitha Sheaver. She's the founder of Plus Delta 314, and we talked about the mindset for scaling. She's one of 375 people in the entire world that has been designated as an EOS coach. And so we had a wonderful conversation there. And Sarah, you want to tell us who's coming up next?
Look who's coming. It's Mark Gutman. He's a brand strategist and a founder of Wild Story, how to tell the story of your brand. And branding is so important.
So, storytelling.
Yeah. Love it. Can't wait to hear what Mark has to say.
And when is that?
Tuesday, September 28th, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Coming soon to your earbuds. Well, you want to take us home?
Yeah. So I've been working on trying to do the splits. And my back is sore. There's this little girl and she can do the negative splits. And she says, okay, do this stretch and do this stretch. I'm laughing. I'm like, I can't do that.
What happened to our video?
There it is. I don't know. I'm just laughing most of the time. I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll get to that stretch. So that's why I'm hopping around, because my back is just a little bit tight and sore.
Oh, do you want to sit?
Well, when we're done.
Okay. All right. Well, we can't play hockey then.
Yes, we can. I just have to move. That's why I'm hopping around. Hop, 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 hop.
Bye, everybody. Have a great one.
Later, taters.